All right, 99.9 Punk World Radio FM. You guys already know what time it is. And right here, we actually are joined by a phenomenal up-and-coming punk rock band. That's right, we got the Last Responders right here live on YouTube, Facebook, and of course, the radio station Dial. How are you guys doing this evening?
Great, doing good, man.
I got to say, first and foremost, guys, I'm a huge fan of your guys' record that you dropped last year. I know we're going to get into that in the interview, but I just got to say thank you so much in advance for giving myself and my radio station a little bit of your time this evening. It's truly an honor.
Oh, well, thank you, man. We really appreciate it. It's cool to be getting some publicity and getting out there, and we appreciate you hitting us up.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
You're most certainly welcome, guys. But obviously, I know who you guys are, the Last Responders. But for the listeners that actually aren't quite familiar with you guys, I was wondering if you can actually introduce yourself individually and tell us a bit more about yourselves as individual members of this amazing band.
Cool. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm AD. I'm the singer and guitar player. And over here, I'll let Paul take over.
Paul, guitar.
I'm Kyle. I'm playing drums.
Brad, I'm bass. Is my wife walking around?
But also, I have to ask, guys, what is the story behind Last Responders? Because obviously, you know, you guys are very close. You guys listen to the record and even see your guys' performances. You guys got some such amazing chemistry on and off the stage. How did you guys all meet and actually come together as one to form this amazing band?
Well, honestly, I have to say, like, the band has been a crazy work in progress. That I guess Brad and I have been through working with a couple of different lineups, and we finally met Paul and Kyle, and they just kind of came in and just solidified what we had going on. So that's kind of been the thing that's kind of got us really going here lately.
And I gotta say, it's always great as well when you actually come across members that are actually that help solidify your band. It goes to show just some people can really help bring such amazing chemistry just to an amazing band.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I agree. I think we all agree.
Yeah.
No,
I don't want to do all the talking.
It was my first practice with these guys. They hit me up. I put a thing in. I just moved to Portland not that long ago, and I put a thing in saying I was looking to get into a band. And AD hit me up, and there was. I felt instantly and Kyle had really just joined too, and the very first band practice was like, oh, wow, this is solid. This is really cool. So it's nice when you don't have to wait for it to get good, because these guys have already done the legwork. So I was able to just come in and noodle.
If you don't mind me asking, is obviously I know you guys are out there in Portland, Oregon. I'm way out here in Prescott, Ontario, Canada. So obviously 2 different countries. What is the punk rock scene actually like out there in Portland? Like, is it actually a big scene, or is it something that you guys are actually trying to bring back to your city?
Okay, I can talk to this. It's really huge here. We had a Volume Bomb Festival. I think there was 40 or 50 bands, punk rock bands. The scene here is huge. It's like a punk rock city.
Yeah.
It is. I can attest to that because I've only been here since August. And I love it, man. I've been to more shows since I moved to Portland. I've been to more shows since I moved to Portland than I have in years. So
everybody's cool. Good. They're always down to play together. It doesn't feel competitive. But, everybody's pushing each other, I guess.
Yeah. And I got to say, boys, I would be lying if I said I wasn't jealous. Out here in Ontario, we got kind of a punk rock scene, but you have to travel to Montreal, which is about 2.5 hours away to really actually embrace a punk rock festival. We have punk rock bands kind of just do random shows and come through well on tour. But as for actual festivals and consistent performances, you got to go to places like Montreal for that.
Yeah.
Well, give us a venue. We'll come out.
Hey, consider it done. We'll definitely talk about that, man. But also on January 13th of 2022, you guys actually released the amazing 5-track self-titled album. I was wondering if you can actually tell us a bit more about the story behind this album, and of course, where can we actually snag ourselves a copy of it today?
So that was basically, originally intended as I was gonna do a 7-inch, and then it just at the time it was still kind of the tail end of COVID, and it was taking like a year to get a record out. So we decided just to release it ourselves and do cassettes. And so right now, honestly, online, and if you hit us up at the Last Responders PDX at Gmail, I can sell you a cassette. But we're actually almost out of those as well. So we're hoping to now get in and re-record and get our new stuff recorded with our new lineup, because that's kind of where the focus is at right now. But definitely, if you need a cassette, hit me up.
Or streaming.
Yeah.
If you're a streamer, we're out there.
But yeah, obviously we're on all the streaming platforms as well with it.
And I got to say, it's really cool that you guys actually have the hard copies of the projects as well. Man, me personally, I'm a hard copy fan. I like the cassettes. I like the CDs. Streaming is cool, but it doesn't compare to being able to hold the album in your hand while you listen to it, read the credits, the thank you notes. I really think music listeners of today's generation is really deprived of that, man. If they had the opportunity to really embrace an album, I really think they'd actually enjoy it a hell of a lot more than just Spotify.
Yeah, no, we were actually just talking about that, how the records are really coming back.
And we talked about how much fun it was for us when we were young and first getting into punk rock to go to a record store and see these like albums from Discord that said, pay no more than $4.99, or Crass, and all these bands that were trying to fight the power and, keep the man from making too much money. And how much fun that was to sit down and, that's what, when you were first getting into this music, you wanted to know who the players were and everything about a band. And,
like study the cover.
It was, to me, it was a lot more fun than streaming, but that's old school. So
hey, well, I actually heard old school is coming back, man. I actually read that vinyl actually outsold CD for the first time, I think, in like 40 years.
Yeah, this year I saw that. I was buying half of it though. So
see, me personally, I'm still a CD collector. Like, I love vinyl, but at the end of the day, if I buy an album, I want to be able to take it on the go, like take it in my car and whatnot. Unfortunately, you could hook the vinyl player in the back seat, but I don't know how well it would be if you hit a speed bump.
What? You don't have a record player in your car?
Well, hey man, if you get it with an extension cord and plug that right into the car, you could get it working. But I mean, you hit a couple bumps, I don't think the wax is going to work very well.
Yeah, the cassette won't skip.
Yo, well, they say that
theoretically.
But also, while we're still on the topic of this amazing debut album, I actually read that it was actually mixed and mastered by an individual by the name of Trey over at Lost State Records. I was wondering if you can Lost State Recordings. I was wondering if you can tell us a bit more about working alongside Trey. And of course, what was it like just being in that studio, working and recording this project?
Well, so Trey, funny enough, he recorded it. He's a buddy of ours, and he recorded it. And then he actually hit me up afterwards. And he joined the band for a while. So previous to Paul joining, he was actually our second guitar player. But unfortunately, with work and the studio and everything, he wasn't able to commit to doing like our live shows or touring and everything. So, but he's basically kind of like our sixth member or whatever. He's a great dude, and the studio is awesome. Yeah, seventh member. Obviously, I'm not good with math. But yeah. No, definitely highly recommend Trey, for sure.
And I gotta say, he did some phenomenal mixing and mastering on this project, man. This album actually came out so phenomenally, man. So definitely shout out to Trey for just his work behind the scenes on this project.
Yeah, definitely. Cheers, Trey. Yeah. Cheers.
Hope to meet
and
you.
Also, while we're still actually on the topic of like albums and whatnot, are there any plans for the Last Responders to actually release another full-length project in 2023 or the foreseeable future?
I'd say definitely. It's definitely on my mind for sure, because we have a lot of new material, and some of that stuff that we released, I've been playing around for a couple of years. So I'm just really ready to get some of the new stuff we've been working on released. So yeah, I'd say it's I won't say guaranteed, but it's definitely it's definitely on our minds. And I
always like, my apologies, guys.
Well, yeah, it's definitely in the works.
And the reason why I asked that question, honestly, is because I know this day and age is kind of a single kind of world. A lot of individuals just drop single after single. And I know there's a lot of individuals out there that really do love full length albums or EPs. So I always like asking that question because you never know what amazing bands like yourselves really have going on in the background.
Yeah, well, I think, for some people, I think the single is great for like the DJs and stuff. They want to be able to take your records and spin them and stuff. But I think for your average fan, like having the 12 songs or 14 songs is a little nicer to get more bang for the buck, and then you get a big album where they can look at your pictures, and then I know I share my albums all the time and check them out.
Great old lyrics.
Yeah, so, value for money, I guess.
And also, this Friday, April 7th, so just a few days away, you guys will be taking the stage alongside Pretending Killing Stations at Shanghai Tunnel Bar. I was wondering if you can actually tell us a bit more about this up-and-coming performance, and of course, where can we actually snag ourselves some last-minute tickets?
Well,
Someone?
Just see you at the door.
yeah, I think it's just you gotta pick them up at the door. It's $10, 21 and up, and yeah, it's 4 bands, so it's a lot of bang for your buck. And Shanghai Tunnel is like an old school Portland bar. It's really freaking cool. So if you haven't checked it out, then you're in the area, you should definitely check it out.
And so the people that are listening that are planning on going, make sure you show up early because once it's sold out, it's sold out.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it's not a giant place, so you'll want to get in close.
And while we're actually on the topic of up-and-coming shows, other than Saturday night, because I do know you guys do a lot of shows. I've seen so many flyers on your guys' Instagram alone. You guys are definitely hitting a lot of stages these past couple of years. But do you guys have any other up-and-coming performances aside from this Saturday night? And if so, like, can you actually let us know when and where you guys will be on stage?
What do we have? Misdemeanor Meadows,
April 15th.
Yes,
Misdemeanor.
April 15th. Yeah, Misdemeanor Meadows, and that's with a killer band, Shock, and Dead Friends, which they cast some of the cats from Poison Idea, or at least one of them.
Yeah, the bass players from Poison Idea.
Yeah, so that's gonna
And, Shock Troops is a Cox Bar cover band.
yeah, they're fucking sick.
Really good
They're a lot of
Cox
fun.
Bar. Yeah, really good Cox Bar cover, man.
Yeah, and then what's the other one? The
Is
20,
No Fun, the 22nd.
22nd? Yeah, 22nd. We have one at No Fun. That's also in Portland. It's gonna be, so yeah, busy month.
This summer.
It definitely sounds like a busy month, but also an eventful month as well. I really wish I could be out there in Portland to see you guys live. See you guys live, but I think soon I might have to hop on a train or a bus or something and make my way out there.
Come on
Hands
out.
down, dude.
There's lots of bass. So, yeah, plenty of places to sleep.
Yeah.
And also as well, I have to ask, guys, obviously we talked about the album, we talked about if there's any new music, of course, your up-and-coming gigs. Is there anything we happen to miss during this broadcast? Anything else you guys still want to talk about or promote? Well, we still got you here live on 99.9 FM.
Going to Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, we do. We have when is this? July 20th. We're gonna be in Athens, Georgia. July 21st, we're gonna be in Atlanta, Georgia, and July 22nd, we'll be in Charleston, South Carolina, doing just like a quick East Coast jam, and then November we'll be in California. So
We have the airplane festival.
yeah.
The guy that lives in an airplane here in Oregon, he's having a music festival around his airplane, and we're playing that.
Yes.
Which will be cool.
Yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff up. So definitely, if you aren't already following, definitely hit up the Last Responders Instagram and also Facebook, because we got a lot going on and we're updating daily. So hopefully we'll get out to wherever you are.
And when you said a few moments ago that you're going to be performing actually on someone's airplane, are you going to be performing like inside, on top? Like, I'm actually genuinely curious on how you guys are going to be actually doing this.
This is called Crash Land, and it's August 11th. And
It's a 747.
we play on the wing of a 747, so it's gonna be pretty awesome. And it will be live streamed, I'm pretty sure, but you have to check back with us on that. I know it will be recorded.
Hey, honestly, there is no That is punk rock. That's all I gotta say. That's fucking killer, man. Like, you know, dude, like playing on the wing of a 747 jet. That is punk rock right there. I definitely hope you guys live stream that because I would definitely tune in just to watch that.
Yeah, definitely.
But obviously, guys, I know how to follow you on social media. But for the individuals that actually don't have you on social media, how can they follow not only the Last Responders as a band itself, but also you guys as individual members?
Well, obviously, if they want to do that, okay, I don't know what you're in for if you do that. But mine is Shady80 on Instagram, and that's probably the easiest way to hook up with me. Or obviously, the Last Responders PDX on Instagram.
I do Punk Rock Paul 67. Not that that's the year I was born. I'm way younger than that. Yeah.
Yeah, I got on Instagram, random schmuck 420. Just pictures of my
That's
dog.
a great name.
I didn't even know you
I'm gonna go check out my
Random
dog.
schmuck.
I'm gonna follow you. That's awesome. Me and my dog fishing and shit. Yeah, we got.
DARB66 on Instagram.
And I got to say, first and foremost, guys, thank you so much for just giving us a bit of your time here this evening and just talking about your amazing career and, of course, what you guys actually currently have coming up. I'm super stoked for you guys. It definitely sounds like 2023 is the year of the Last Responders. So definitely whenever you guys drop some new projects, we got to get you back on the radio station airwaves. But for now, definitely have yourselves a kick-ass night, and I'm pretty sure down the line we definitely shall talk again soon.
Great. Well, thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much.
Have a great
Appreciate
day.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Cheers.
You're most certainly welcome, guys. Have yourself a phenomenal night.
Thanks.
Great.
You too, man.